Today I will explain you chapter number 10, Internet Online Surfing. So in this chapter we will see various aspects of internet and we will learn about the internet. So firstly we have the introduction of internet. So as you already know that today is the era of computers and technology, and with the help of computers and modern gadgets like smartphones, fax machines, we can share the information from one device to another device. This is only possible because of a network. So all the computers and smartphones, they use internet for sharing something and for downloading something. So internet is the largest network in the world. So with the help of internet we can do many things online. For example, you can listen the latest news, you can conduct the research, you can do the shopping, you can communicate with someone, you can listen to the music, you can play a game, and you can do the banking transactions with the help of internet. And so this is the biggest network which is used everywhere. The second thing about the internet is that you can access it from anywhere. Whether you are at home, you are at workplace, you are in a school or restaurant or anywhere. You can use internet anywhere. Then we have internet is a network of networks. It means internet also consists of some local, some regional, national and international networks. So the combination of all these networks makes internet the largest network in the world. As we all are going through a tough time due to this COVID-19 virus, and still majority of our tasks are going on. All the companies, all the schools, college, universities, they are doing the work online. Students, they are learning online, they are making assignments online and submitting to their teachers online. And even the exams, they are also going online. For the banking transaction, we need not to go to the bank. We can perform various transactions online. So this all is possible because of internet is available. And without internet, we can't imagine all these things. So here we can see that internet is the largest network in the world, and it is very essential in our daily life. Second topic, we have World Wide Web. So World Wide Web is, it is also known as web only. So let me tell you what is the World Wide Web. Whenever we open a web page on the internet, before that web page we add triple W before the website name. For example, www.google.com. So the meaning of www is World Wide Web. It is added before the website because the website is searched in the World Wide Web, and then that website or web page will be opened in your web browser. In other words, we can say that World Wide Web is the massive storehouse, or you can say it is a library, or it is a group of public websites in the world. So here the definition is also written that World Wide Web or simply web is a massive storehouse of information that resides in computers called web server located all over the world. So the collection of all the web servers, because the websites they are hosted using special computers called web servers. So the collection of all the public websites or the public web servers, it is called World Wide Web. So each web server may host more than one website, and each website may contain several documents called web pages. So website is a combination or collection of web pages that we already know. So actually whenever you are opening a website, and every website is located somewhere in the world. So www helps you to find out that server or that computer where that website is located. And after locating you, the World Wide Web will return you a web page so that you can see or you can open that web page and you can see the information that is given on that web page. Next we have what is meaning of browsing and surfing. So whenever you are opening your web browser and you are opening some web page and you scroll the information on that web page, you might be getting some hyperlinks on the web page. Clicking on a hyperlink, it will open another web page and you might be finding the information on the second page or third page and so on. So scrolling through or navigating through the web pages on the internet is called web browsing and web surfing. Next we have what is a web page. A web page is a single document on the web. So it may include information in the form of text, in the form of images, sound and videos. And on the internet there are uncountable billions of pages almost on every topic. So web page is a single document that is shown by your web browser and it contains some piece of information. Next we have website. A website is a collection of web pages. It may contain more than two web pages, and all the web pages on a website they are connected or they are linked together with the help of hyperlinks. Next we have the web server. So web server is a special computer that is used to host a website. So we can run or the companies they run their websites using web server. So web server it is a very powerful computer and many users can request the web server for the website. Next we have the URL. URL is the website address called Uniform Resource Locator. So whenever you need to open a website, you type the website address, for example www.microsoft.com. So that is the URL of website. Next we have the HTML hypertext markup language, and HTML is used to make web pages for the internet. In HTML, we used some commands called tags that interpret or that instruct the browser to display the information in the web page. Then we have the links. They are also called hyperlinks. They help us to connect a web page with another web page. So hyperlink, it is given in the blue color on a website. So hyperlink is a clickable part in the website. You can click that hyperlink with the help of mouse cursor. And after clicking, the link will open another web page. Next we have the web browser. So web browser is a special software that you use to open web page. For example, we have Microsoft Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome. All these are web browsers. Next we have the home page. The welcome page of a website or the first page of a website is called home page. Home page contain hyperlinks, and with the help of hyperlinks the home page is linked with other pages of the website. Next we have how we can protect ourselves from the potential threats on the web. Although internet we use for our daily tasks, but still there are several threats on the internet. So threats means the problems that may arise due to the improper use of internet. There can be some issues on the internet relating to your security, your privacy, and these security issues they become threat for the user. Some users data may be stolen, for example their bank information or their debit and credit card number, etc. can be stolen by someone on the internet. So if you are using the internet, you have to protect yourself from the cyber crimes. So cybercrime is a crime that is done with the help of computer and internet. Using the cybercrime, someone can access your computer illegally to steal your data, to steal your information, or to damage your computer. So the world of internet, it is called cyber world, and while using the internet you have to protect yourself. So here we are going to discuss some security related terms. First is vulnerabilities. So vulnerabilities are weaknesses or flaws in the computer software, and due to that someone may break the security of the computer system, like hackers or crackers they can use vulnerabilities in the software, and after that they can get access to your computer and they can steal your data. Here we have some precautions how we can protect from these vulnerabilities. The first thing you have to do is keep software and security patches up to date. Means all the softwares that are you using, for example your web browser, your antivirus or the operating system, they all must be up to date or the latest. Second, you have configure security settings for your operating system and internet browser. So you have to set the settings for the operating system and for the web browser you are using. So you will get different types of settings in the operating system regarding the network settings, and you will also get the settings in the web browser for protecting yourself on the internet. Third, you have install an antivirus and keep it updated to block threats targeting vulnerabilities. So you must have an antivirus program installed in the computer and that must be updated. Last is clear or disable web cookies. So web cookies are the small files that contain information about you. So you must clear the web cookies or you must disable them. So these are the 4 points, and with the help of these 4 points you can be safe from the various types of internet threats. Next you have the spyware. So spyware is a program or a software that gets installed in your computer without your knowledge. Actually, whenever you download something from a website or you download some email attachment, spyware may get installed with that. And after installing the spyware, it will gather information from your computer, for example your passwords, or it will display you some advertisements. So in other words we can say the spyware, it will keep track of you without your knowledge. Next you have the precautions to be protected from the spywares. First we have used reputed internet security program to protect computer from spyware and other security risks. So this is just like a antivirus. Second, you have install a personal firewall. So firewall will help you to protect your computer network from the outsiders. So the outsiders, they will not be able to access your network because that is protected by a firewall. Third, you have do not accept or open any doubtful error dialogues from within the browser. So if you are shown some doubtful or error dialog boxes in the web browser while you are using the internet, so you must avoid them or you must close them, but do not click on the yes or accept button. Next you have do not accept free deals because spyware may come as a part of free deal offer. So sometimes in the advertisement you get some free deals on the software, so you must not accept that. And the last is always carefully read the end user license agreement at the installation time and cancel if other programs are being installed as a part of the desired program. So whenever you install a software in the computer, before installing that you must read end user license agreement. So all the terms and conditions they are given in this file with the software. So before installing the software you must know what is the agreement and what are the terms and conditions before installing the software. Then we have the virus. So virus is a program that is created by someone deliberately to damage your data. So it can affect the computer, it can steal something, it can damage the operating system file, it can damage the network, it can destroy the data, it can hack your computer. So all these types of software they are called virus. So what are the precautions to be safe from the viruses? First is open only those email attachments that come from the trusted sources and are expected. It means do not open the attachments from the unknown persons. Second, we have email attachments scanned by a reputed internet security program prior to opening. So before opening any attachment from the email, firstly scan that attachment and after that open it. Third, you have to delete all unwanted emails without opening. So the emails that you don't want to open or that you think they are of no use, so such emails you can delete without opening. So do not open such emails that are of no use for you. Next you have do not click the web link sent by someone you do not know. So do not open the link sent to you by some unknown person. Next, scan all files with a reputed internet security program before transferring them to your computer or system. Suppose you are copying some data from a pen drive. So before copying that data, you must install antivirus and you must scan the pen drive with updated antivirus. And the last is install an antivirus program and keep it updated. So these are the points to be safe from the viruses. Next we have the spam. So spam is also called junk mail. So the spam is spread by the spammer to a large number of people or recipients. So it can be used to deliver email that contain viruses and targeted attack aimed at obtaining sensitive personal information. Also some spam may include hidden text that become visible only if you highlight the content. It is a common trick that the spammer use to get their email to pass through spam filter without detection. So as you know, every day we get many emails in our email account, and out of those emails some emails may be from the known person while majority of emails they are from the unknown senders. Such email may contain some viruses or may contain some advertisements, etc. They are called spam emails or junk mail. So what are the precautions to be safe from such type of junk mail? First is sign up for email filtering through your ISP or use an anti-spam program. So you may get this feature anti-spam in the antivirus program. You can use that, or you can use email filtering feature from your internet service provider. So they will protect you from such junk mails. They will not allow such emails in your inbox. Then you have do not click on the links in spam or reply to spam for any reason. If you are getting some junk mail, so you must not open that email, or you must not click on the link that is given by the spammer. If you suspect an email is spam, do not respond, just delete it. Do not click on the URL links within email. So if you are getting some link in the email from the unknown person, you must not open that link. So keep your security software up to date. So security software means all the softwares which are for your security in the system. For example, your antivirus, for example, security patches in the operating system. So they all must be updated. Next you have the pop-up ads. So while using the internet in a web browser, sometimes we get such ads, and these ads, they pop up a message on the screen, and we have to wait for some time to close that message. So such advertisements are very irritating, and sometimes they may be dangerous when we are clicking on such pop-up ads. So what is the precaution? You can use the pop-up ads blocker in the web browser. So web browser will automatically block such pop-up ads in the web page. Then you have the keyloggers. So keylogger is a type of software that is generally found on the public computers, and that software will record all the typing or the keystrokes that you entered somewhere in the public computer. So public computer is the computer where anybody can use that computer. For example, you are going to the cafe. In the cafe you are using some computer for your some work. So that is called a public computer. And what you did there, what you typed there, what you entered, that may be recorded by the keylogger. So what are the precautions? First, avoid checking your email, performing banking activities on public computers. So you must not check the email, or you must not do any banking transaction on the public computers, because these computers may be running a special software in the background called Keylogger, and they may record everything on the screen that you have done. Second, you have, if you are using public computer for some reason and you must sign out any password you have entered in a website, and before leaving that computer you must also clear the browser history in the computer. Then you have the saved password. So whenever you enter, or whenever you sign in to a website in a web browser, the web browser gives you an option to save passwords, and these passwords are saved by the web browser, so that next time you need not to enter the password again to open the web page. So if you do not want to save the password, simply click on the no button. But if you want to save that password in the web browser, you can click the yes button. But if you are entering the password in someone else's computer, at that time you must click on no. And if you have entered the password in your own device or in your own computer, then you may click on the yes button, so that you need not to enter the password again and again to open the web page. What are the precautions? Always click on no. when your web browser prompts to remember the password. So this is up to you whether you want to click yes or no, but it is suggested that you must not click on yes button. So you should click on the no button. Next we have the cookies. So cookie is a small text file that is saved by the web server in the local computer, that is your computer only, to keep track of you. So cookie is a text file only that may contain data about you, and this data is used by the web server to identify you whenever you are opening the same website. So different purposes are given here for using the cookie. First one is most websites they allow for personalization. Use cookies to track user preferences. So every user has a different type of settings or preferences. So keep track of the user preferences. Some websites they use cookies. Second, we have some website use cookie to store username, password, etc. so that user do not need to enter the information every time they sign into the same website. So for this purpose they may use cookies. Third, we have the online shopping sites. They also use cookies to keep track of the items in the shopping cart. And the last is other websites use cookie to track how often user visit a site and web page they visit while a website. So in other words, we can say that cookies they are used to keep track of the user preferences or user information. So precautions here are given. You can disable the cookies in the web browser, or it is up to you whether you want to accept the cookies or you want to reject the cookies. Next we have the social engineering. So this term is used actually to gain unauthorized access. So several companies use these techniques called social engineering. So with the help of this they can get access of someone by taking the advantage of trusting nature of human. Because we are human being, we easily trust someone in the daily life. So social engineering is based on this technique. Firstly, they will convince someone for revealing the confidential information. So they may convince you for the username and passwords on the telephone line or on the internet. So human nature of trust is the basis of any social engineering attack. Here I will give you one example. Suppose you are getting a phone call and the person is saying that he is calling from your bank. So he need this type of document or this type of information from you, and you may trust on that person and you may give your information or banking information to that person. So such type of attack is called social engineering, in which the victim trusts and the information is stolen using this technique. So here we have some phases in the social engineering. Firstly, they will research a target, means a person or a company. Then they will select the victim, so who will be selected or from whom the information can be revealed. Then they will develop some personal relationship with that victim, and after that they will exploit that relationship, means when the trust is built, then they will steal the confidential information based on that trust. So here we have some precautions to be aware from the social engineering. First, verify the identity of the person or organization requesting personal or confidential information. So before giving your personal or confidential information, you must verify that person. You must identify that person whom you are giving your information. You must know that person. You must know where that person is living, who is the person you are giving information. So do not give any confidential information to the unknown person using the internet. Second, you have, while relying person or confidential information, ensure that only authorized people can hear your conversation. So this is important. If you are telling something, if you are speaking something confidential, so your voice must be audible to the authorized persons only. If someone is unauthorized, then don't speak the confidential information before that person. Third, you have, when personal or confidential information appears on a computer or mobile device, ensure that only authorized people can see your screen. Next is, shred all sensitive and confidential documents. So this is also important. If you are keeping some document or documents in your computer or mobile phone that may contain some confidential information, so you must keep them safely so that they cannot be easily accessed by someone. Next, you have, after using a public computer, clear the history in the browser. So it is also very important. If you are using some computer outside that is called public computer, you must clear whatever you have done on that computer. Last is, avoid using public computer to conduct banking and other sensitive transactions. So do not perform your banking transaction on public computers. Yes, you can perform the banking transaction in your own computer or in your own smartphone. So that is with you. Next, we have the netiquettes. Netiquettes are also known as internet etiquettes. So while using the internet, although we are not appearing face to face, but still, while sending messages, while sending emails, and while conducting online interviews, while shopping, we must have some good habits called internet etiquettes. So following are the some good habits while using the internet that must be used. First, don't write in capitals. If you are sending email or message to someone, so you can write the email or message in the normal sentence case, but don't write in capital letters because it is called shouting. it is considered rude and seems like you are screaming. Second netiquette is never share the personal details with anyone whom you met online. So we met online with the several people using the social media. Some people we know, some people we don't know. So don't share any personal information with anyone or with any unknown person. Then you have always greet people correctly. It makes you appear friendly, be polite, and do not use abusive and offensive language while chatting online. So if you are chatting with anyone using WhatsApp, Google Messenger, or any other type of messenger, you have to be polite and don't use aggressive or abusive language. Third, never send or post flames which are abusive or insulting messages. So do not participate in the flame war which exchanges of flames and do not forward them or create chain. So sometimes you might be getting this type of messages in the WhatsApp, and these messages are called flames. They are abusive or they are insulting messages about some person, about some religion, about some company, or anything else. So such insulting messages or such abusive messages, you must not forward them to someone else. If you will forward them without checking the authenticity of such messages, then you are also spreading these flames. And such messages can create a big problem in the society, or they can also lead to the big issues for the government when these messages are received by a large number of people in the community. Then you have don't reply a private message on reply all. So if some private message is there, it means that message or that information is private, and you must not click on reply all because otherwise that message will be seen by all the participants. Next you have don't talk to the strangers online. They could be trying to hurt you. So the people you don't know, you must keep away from them. Next you have be careful while using sarcasm and humor, as it might be misinterpreted. So always use emotions and express emotions. Then you have never tried to download other information without their permission. Next is use abbreviations or acronyms for phrases to make your conversation more interesting. Popular abbreviations include BTW, by the way, FYI, for your information, TYVM, thank you very much. So you can use these short codes called abbreviations instead of typing the long messages. Next you have be discreet, don't give fake information. So whenever you send some information to someone, be sure that information is correct. So the fake information you should not spread. If someone bullies you, don't bully back. Just block them or report them. So this is very important because we meet several people, several unknown people on the internet every day. So if someone is irritating you, some person is there, or some person is sending you some type of messages that you want, or some person is sending you some unwanted messages that you want to get, or someone is sending you some unwanted messages that you don't want to get, for that you must not reply that person. Instead, you just block that person, or you can report that person. In the software like WhatsApp or Messenger, you get all these options to block or report the person or the unknown person who is sending you any type of message. So these are the points under the Netiquettes. So these must be kept in mind while using internet. So that's all in this chapter. So study the chapter properly, and if any doubt is there, let me know. Thank you very much.